Oh, thanks, everyone. I have two announcements. First, we didn't use Easy Cater for this meeting, which is why the food never arrived. Also, and I just thought of this, effective immediately, everyone will be paid in wildly volatile cryptocurrency. You're all now billionaires. And now you're broke.
Bad ideas happen when there's no food for the meeting. So make sure it's on time and as ordered from more than 80,000 restaurants. Now, Easy Cater.
You're rich again. And now you're not.
Order 24/7 on easycater.com.
Sports bettors, are you ready? Are you ready for a faster way to win? When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards. Experience this premium sportsbook for yourself and sign up with code BETSWEATS, BETSWEATS, to get $100 in free bets when you deposit $20. Must be present in New Jersey, Indiana, Iowa, or Illinois. Must be 21 or older. Additional T's and C's apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER if in New Jersey and Illinois, 1-800-9-WITH-IT if in Indiana, 1-800-BETS-OFF if in Iowa.
This hour of the Greg Hill Morning Show brought to you by KM. As long as there's KM, there's summer.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her name, she said blah, blah, blah. She had 9-10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kind of strange. Because when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no, I don't. I only have a friend. Come on, I'm not even going for it. This is what I'm going to sing. You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, and you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, but you say he's just a friend.
Quick audio eulogy. Sad news over the weekend, Wiggy. Biz Markie passed away at the young age of 57.
Yeah.
Was he sick?
I think he had like a heart attack and then never really bounced back from it. Something crazy like that. So, yeah.
Wiggy and I were debating when it came to the audio eulogy for Biz Markie how many hits he really had. That was really his only hit.
That's such a good one, though.
That was his biggest, like, mainstream hit. But he had The Vapors, which was good. He had Nobody Beats the Biz. So there was, like, songs that he had. Now, fun fact, Biz Markie, I met him a couple times because he DJ'd a lot.
Was he on the Vikings party cruise?
He wasn't, but I bet he would have loved to have been because he was a huge Minnesota Vikings fan.
Really?
Wow. Interesting. New York Times obit. Friend of Jermaine Wiggins, Biz Markie passed away.
He was a huge Vikings fan.
No, Wiggy sent an email over the weekend to get himself in the Netflix documentary and talk about how close they were, like the Hernandez, like the Aaron Hernandez doc. But he's a big Vikings fan.
Yeah, he's a big Vikings fan. Yeah. Well, sad, but we lost 3, rappers so far in 2021. Man, it's like crazy. Biz Markie, DMX, and Black Rob.
Black Rob?
Yeah, he was with Bad Boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, retired.
He probably made a lot of money off that Mario remake of that song. Mario did a remake of He's Just a Friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was the early 2000s.
Yeah, see?
That's right. He did.
Jeez. All right. Courtney's here.
I am.
How do you like it?
Forever.
How do you like it so far?
Hope you guys are happy. I'm loving it. Yeah. Time's kind of flying.
Yeah.
8:05.
Yeah.
Danielle said this happens sometimes, and then some days you look and you think it's 8:05 and it's like 6:15.
Oh, is that what Danielle said?
Well, she said, every day's different.
What other advice did Danielle give you?
Right.
She was awesome. And I also I don't like the trying to fill her shoes because she's still around.
Right.
She's still part of this, so it's more just
tampering. I set her up for success, you donkey.
Exactly.
I call it getting the baton from her.
Right, right. Because she's still around, so I'm joining the family, if you will.
Has she sent you a text?
She texted me last night.
Oh, she did.
Saying, "How are you feeling?"
Yeah.
I said, "I'm excited."
Yeah.
Sunday scaries were hitting a little bit hard yesterday. I did a little bit of a 2 week. I had 2 weeks off, so 2 weeks was the most time I've ever had off. I felt like I was everywhere.
Yeah.
And I needed to chill down on Sunday.
Chill out.
Bring it back.
And you go to Connecticut. That was a little chill drive for you. Weren't you headed to Connecticut?
Yeah, and then I got rear-ended as soon as I got off the phone, and I was like, great. That's karma.
Any other feedback this morning from anybody?
My dad loving it. Loved the Frito-Lay commentary.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your dad's a politician, right?
Yes. Well, he was.
Oh, he was.
Lawyer
Pops.
now.
Oof.
But your dad has been a listener of the station for
quite a bit.
Forever,
Yes,
right?
yeah. He loves it.
Yeah.
But he called me last night and he's like, hey, why don't you talk about the MLB All-Star uniforms? They were cool. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, so he calls and he
those
calls
uniforms were gross.
Oh, well, he said that they were different, but it would be a good topic.
Sounds like what Zarvano used to do.
Joey just sent me a text saying, hire her dad now.
They're looking for a PD. There
you go.
By the way, Bismarck Key was only worth $1 million at his death. What? Where did he spend all his money?
Well, I don't. Do you think you thought he would have been worth more than that?
Yeah, how much you think he would have been worth?
That song's in everything.
Right.
I feel like he makes money off that song alone.
But you never know, like how those things, like when he first made it, where the
Greg's net worth is $100 million. So.
Right.
Stop it, Greg.
royalties are.
I was shocked by Britney's net worth, which is $60 million. I thought she would be worth. I thought she'd be worth more than that.
Really?
Free
That's
Britney.
it? Yeah, I thought she'd be up in the 100 mil.
Well, because her family's spending all of her money.
Right.
Not anymore.
Well,
I thought it was interesting. I think she's gonna. Don't you think Britney is gonna be freed? She should.
She is.
She should.
They announced that the conservatorship.
She's not quite freed yet.
Well,
so she got her own lawyer and she's close to being freed. I think.
She's calling out her family on Instagram. So
I know. Well, she should.
But that never happened before because they controlled her Instagram.
Yeah.
Leave Britney alone.
Bill Cosby is free. Britney Spears is not.
free at last. Free at last. Thank God Britney's free.
But don't you think it's disgusting what her father did?
Yeah, not just her father. She's saying her little sister, Jamie Lynn,
went along with it.
She was going along with it, and she said in a caption, and I thought this was, oof, like if you're Jamie Lynn Spears, you wake up, you see that caption, you're like, this is going to be a tough day for me. She said she hated when she used to use her songs and remix them on stage for her own career.
Yes.
And if you go back and watch some video footage of Britney like clapping along while Jamie Lynn is performing.
So her youngest sister used to use Britney songs?
Yes.
Wow.
Just like as a little tribute, but it really wasn't a tribute.
Okay.
It was.
But how easy is it to get one of those conservatorship things?
I don't think it is easy. That's why I don't understand how
she had to sign off on it.
No,
right?
I think because during that, I want to say it was, 2011 when she really went off the rails.
Yeah.
I think through that, they were able to do it because they said she wasn't in her right mind.
I'm worried that that's what Brees Hill is going to do to me. He's going to go to court with that picture of me in the wasted shirt and then get a conservatorship.
So you're not in your right mind?
Curtis has it the other way around on his father. So he's using his father's money in order to pay for everything.
Yeah.
I'd like a conservative ship, you know.
Well, my father is conservative ship.
Like
yes.
Curtis Scott, you know, paying me to do stuff. Not my parents, though.
Better not buy me Fritos, Dad.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, good news. Britney is close to being free, as she should be.
You think she'll do a like her own Britney tour when she's free?
If she gets out of it.
Yeah.
So she said she will not perform or do any more shows while she is in this because she's not making money
Right,
off of
but
it.
if she's almost out of it, you think we see like the resurgence of Britney, the new Britney? Like this would be the perfect time for her to capitalize on
she
this.
should do one of those one women show things where she tells the story of everything that happened
and perform throughout.
And performs in a bikini.
I wonder if she would have to do some re-releases like Taylor Swift has been doing.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, Taylor Swift is doing re-releases.
This is Greg's girl.
I love Taylor Swift.
So do I.
Oh my gosh.
That's why Courtney got this job, because she loves Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor Swift. Like I am a diehard.
Mego hates Taylor Swift. Right, Ken?
Is that what it is?
No, I think Mego likes Taylor Swift.
I'm sure she does.
I had dinner with Mego.
She's re-releasing her music?
Yes, because Scooter Braun owns the rights to her old music, and she hates Scooter Braun.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and he offered her to buy them back, but imagine
like $300 million.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Taylor's loaded.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
Biz Marquis, according to a texter, covered Benny and the Jets.
Yes, that's true.
Really? I need that
with the Beastie Boys.
I need that as a rejoin coming up. All right. Anyway, enough on Brittany. If you'd like to be on this morning, the number to call is 617-779-7937, or you can text on the text line, which is 37937. A quick reminder that you can stream this show at weei.com or on the brand new Odyssey app, which you should download immediately if you haven't done that yet. It'll take you a minute or two, and then you can listen to us wherever you are on your summer vacation or working from home or what have you. So, and also another quick reminder that you can always tell your smart speaker to play WEEI. Here is Ken Laird to tell you what is trending.
For nearly 30 years, the home of the Boston sports fan. Now here's what's trending on WEEI.
Welcome to Adventure Elevated in an all-new 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Red Sox dropped 2 out of 3 to the Yankees, both over the weekend. The Saturday night game, much more discussed, much more frequently talked about. A lot of buzz in that one, including the fan who got ejected, banned for life from all 32 MLB parks. However, no jail time. Wiggy's lead this morning. He's upset about that. Aaron Boone was on your side. Wiggy, you heard the Yankees manager after the game. He thought he should be in jail.
My understanding that someone threw the ball and hit him at point blank from behind. It's awful, embarrassing, unacceptable. My understanding is they did catch the guy. Hopefully he's in jail right now.
But he's not.
It's assault.
Free to roam.
It's assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
But, Greg, you didn't want the Celtics fan to do jail time.
No.
For throwing the bottle.
I mean, I'd be okay with a fine or something like that. I mean, I don't... If you do, was there physical damage done?
But there could be.
There could have been.
That's like saying somebody shoots a gun, doesn't hit anything. Go, well, you know what? He didn't hit anybody, so there's no physical damage.
Was it attempted assault when Verdugo threw it into the stands?
Oh, come
on.
Oh, wow.
What?
That's completely different.
Okay, so you want any fan who throws anything. How do you feel about a hat trick? Is it okay to throw a hat? You could hit somebody in the eye and
is a little
damage
dangerous.
their cornea.
Think about that, yeah.
Is that why you have glasses?
I just think that 3 to 6 months jail time, as Wiggy is advocating, is a bit stiff for somebody who throws a baseball back.
If the intent is malice into it maybe injure somebody, when you score a hat trick, there's no malice there. It's just like celebrating, throwing it. You know, it's like throwing roses or whatever. But when you physically throw a ball...
Okay, bad call. You throw your beer on the ice. You go to jail for that?
If you're throwing it at a referee, what if it hits the ref? Isn't that assault?
Wiggy, are you asking Coco to not do a bouquet toss at her wedding?
I won't be, but...
You could do that, but if there's malice behind it, how else are you going to deter fans from doing stuff like this?
But the fact is I don't care about what happens to this guy in New York. The national media is a joke. The next time something happens where a Boston fan acts dumb and they start going nuts, we should just remind them of this. Because every single time the nation uses one idiot in Boston, may not even live here, as a way to totally judge and slander the entire city. Whereas you have New York, you actually have in 2004, Game 6, 7th inning, A-Rod knocks the ball out of Bronson Arroyo's hand. They call him out, and the fans litter the field with baseballs and bottles and everything. And it's never showed again. It's unbelievable. The only city that gets penalized for past behavior is Boston.
Right. Where's Stephen A. Smith and all the yahoos on ESPN?
Remember Michael Wilbon, Wiggy, who said, shut the stadium down?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Do you think it's more because the players in Boston are handling it way differently than other players that come into Boston?
I think that could be it, but I do think Boston sports fans have gotten a little bit of an ego. And so when these people interact with us, they don't like it. So whenever there's something that they can rip, they do it and they run with it.
Yeah, and you're 100% right, Curtis, on this one. It's an ego. And then if it's somebody throws something at a black player, it's a racist thing. So where are all the people out there that, went on national television ripping the Boston fan for throwing a bottle at Kyrie? And there's nobody, I don't even think there's been mention about this on, that has been mentioned, but there's been no national hatred. Like, we need to do something to the Yankees fans. There's been none of that.
The Kyrie story was the biggest story in the country.
You're right, man.
This got buried by the Nationals park shooting outside the stadium that same night,
scary.
which was
that was
scary.
Terrifying.
Yeah. But anyway, Red Sox and
They should
Yankees
probably keep defunding the police in Washington, D.C. What do you think?
I'm going to ignore that comment.
You are? Oh, okay. Right.
Yankees in town coming up this weekend, but for now it's to Buffalo. Blue Jays are not in Toronto yet. They're in Buffalo. They've won 4 in a row, 7:07 your first pitch tonight, 6:07 pregame on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network. Nick Pivetta on the mound. Bruins expansion draft list included Jake DeBrusk. Greg was raging about this before the show. You and DeBrusk, though, a little rivalry, right? We've established that. You saw him on the Cape. It was icy.
Yeah, I was told it was icy. I was told
there was no confrontation.
I was told that he would prefer to go in a different direction than I, and not speak to me, and I can understand that. I mean,
sounds like he's a little sensitive.
It sounds like he's trying to avoid you because he doesn't want something to pop off.
Right. Well, I would never. I mean, you know me. I wear glasses.
I
cannot be in any kind of a physical confrontation. I've heard he's a nice guy. I just was unhappy with his performance. But
it would probably help if he came up to you. You guys would probably be pals by the end of it.
Yeah, he should have said something to me at the Chatham Squire. I would have been delighted. I would have been delighted to say hello.
Well, looks like he and Trent Frederick are sticking around. They're protected. Unprotected, Nick Ritchie, Connor Clifton, and Jeremy Lazon. They're probably in the crosshairs Wednesday night for the expansion draft. And NFL training camp's getting underway this week. Pittsburgh and Dallas show up Wednesday. Brady and the Bucks on Friday. Patriots next week, and that's what's trending.
How do you order food for the office these days? How do you make sure it's on time and as ordered? How can you get it individually packaged? How? EasyCater. When you order on EasyCater.com, the food comes as ordered and on time 98% of the time. And when there's a problem, which is practically never,
thank you for calling EasyCater.
You can reach someone in about 9 seconds. How do you order 24/7 from more than 80,000 restaurants? How? EasyCater. Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
1, 2, 3, USA!
This is the Greg Hill Show on WEEI.
Alex, do you think there's a problem kind of across the board in sports now? We've seen a lot of stuff in the NBA. It's kind of the first thing we've seen now, in baseball, where obviously talking is one thing and you guys are kind of punching bags for a lot of people, but from the talking perspective. But do you feel like there's things that need to be done to show where the line is?
100%. Obviously, it's not a big deal to get hit like that. Like, obviously I didn't get hit too hard, but it's just the fact, like, you never know what's going to happen. You never know where that ball's going to hit you, or, these are just regular fans. They don't have control like that. You know what I mean? So that ball easily hit me in my back, but it could have easily went up and hit me in my face, hit me in the back, in the head. And that's where it's, things just got to get addressed better, whether you don't just go to jail or it's like, hey, you're banned from this stadium for a certain amount of time, or, something's just got to be dealt to where it's like fans understand the consequences of doing something. Like, hey, you do this, you're not going to be able to come back to this park again.
When I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line, I'm in a New York state of mind.
I am living for one thing and one thing only, and that is the day in which the Zoom press conferences are finally over.
Yeah, that audio is bad.
Could we please allow those who have been vaccinated or have had COVID or are wearing a mask to interact with other human beings on a normal microphone? Is that possible?
I have bad news for you, Greg.
Yeah.
Ken and I had a high-powered meeting with a member of the Patriots organization recently, and he told us that the number of people in Gillette is going to be fewer than last year, that there's even stricter rules against this. Yes. So the Patriots will continue, unless big things happen between now and September, will be Zoom for the foreseeable future.
Wow. I also think they like it. They can control it more, right?
They do.
Absolutely.
Belichick loves it.
Yeah, they love it.
So,
well, that is Alex Verdugo, who I thought handled the incident in the Bronx pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which you pointed out, I think, earlier, Courtney, may be a reason why the media is not reacting as strongly nationally as they did here.
100%. Because he's saying basically, yes, they should be banned for life. It could have hurt me. So it felt like a personal attack, but he's not saying, the New York Yankees have racist fans.
Right.
So there's no headline there.
Right. I just, if you're banned for life, I don't know how they enforce that, by the way, at every Major League Baseball stadium.
Yeah,
I don't know how they do that. But I just don't, I mean, you don't, when it comes to jail time, like, you really think that warrants 3 to 6 months in jail?
Yeah, because you got to send the message. What's going to happen to this, guy. Do we even know if it was a guy, girl, whoever threw the thing?
It was a guy. They had a video.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a guy.
What's even going to happen to this person, right? So they're banned. All right. No big deal. I don't think we know that person's name.
Banned for life from Fenway Park.
There's nothing that's really gonna that there's the effect of what he did that's gonna really affect him moving forward. So, and what's gonna stop the next person from doing it? If all you're saying is, all right, yeah, I'm banned for life, and the guy's probably going to another Yankees game again, because how the hell are they gonna manage that? But I'm with Curtis on this one. I think the bigger picture is that the national media, man, they're not making more of it from the way that they would if this was a Red Sox fan that had done this.
Put it this way: if a streaker gets banned for life, because I think they do, if you streak at a game, you get banned for life. So that's the same playing field as somebody throwing a baseball at a player's head.
That's a good point. Julia Rose, you remember the World Series flasher? She got banned for life, I think.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, she had a wasted shirt on.
Great Instagram follow, by the way, Ken. I'm sure
I'll take your word for it.
I'm sure you're probably already on that, Ken.
She actually made the game more entertaining. So
I happen to remember her
for
name.
life.
Just came to the top of
She should get free tickets for life. The game was so much more entertaining.
Well, but do you think in general that fans are more out of control? That was the question for Alex Verdugo. Do you think fans are more out of control than they have been ever before?
Yeah.
You do?
Because of social media.
Yeah. I think that they feel like they have more of a connection to players and coaches and everybody else, so they feel this entitlement when they're at games. And you see it over and over again because they can interact with players more. It's not like they're these bigger than life people because you watch them playing video games on the weekends and their kids and their wives and parents, whatever.
It's like I pay your salary.
Right.
That's how the mindset of it now
Okay,
is.
but fans have been throwing things at players and others at Yankee Stadium for decades.
Right. I think they've become more disrespectful overall.
Right. And I agree with Coco on that. The fans look at it almost like I pay your salary. Look at the huge money you're getting, and a big part of why you're getting so much money is because we know of TV deals, which fans are a big part of watching. So they feel that way, and it's the social media element. Everybody's looking for their 15 minutes of fame. I don't care if it's a good thing or a bad thing. They're all looking for that 15 minutes.
Actually, the streaker should be punished more severely because it's two balls thrown out there, Courtney.
Oh, there it is. There it is. That is low-hanging fruit, as they say.
That's from, I got that off the Twitch chat.
Blame the Twitch chat.
That's if it's a male streaker.
Let's try and maybe get this out of the two-ball zone. They should release this guy's information. Absolutely. That's how you stop it. So let's say this guy works at, KPMG in New York. And today, everybody's getting to the office, if they still go to the office, and they see this guy's mug on the back of the New York Post.
Right.
That would be a pretty good deterrent.
I think if he got arrested, they would have to.
Right.
Unless he was like juvie.
Right, minor.
This is Todd from Cambridge. What's up, Todd?
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
Yes.
Hey, what I don't understand is if a fan throws a baseball at a player and glances them, it didn't really hurt the guy at all. But if the pitcher throws a fastball 95 miles an hour into the buttocks to brush you off the plate, what's the difference?
What is the difference, Wiggy? One's a part of the game.
Yeah, one's a part of the game. It's two athletes.
I mean, did you ever have a fan do anything to you at all while you were playing?
I mean, there was stuff being thrown, but usually you're always taught, there are certain players where certain places might be a little hostile.
Did you get hit by anything?
Wear a helmet
in nature that might be sexual in Buffalo when you played the Bills.
Oh, Buffalo fans were bad, man. They were definitely bad. But yeah, I think and Verdugo makes a great point. You want to be there and you want to talk trash. You want to say whatever it is. Like he said, go Google whatever you want to find out about me and come there and use that to talk trash. But once you cross that line, because what if Verdugo then goes Terry O'Reilly, goes into the stands and beats his ass? Does the fan have the right to sue him, or does Verdugo say, hey, this is just self-defense? So there would be a whole situation there, and I think Russell
it should be eye for an eye. Verdugo should be able to pick the ball up that hit him in the back and then wing it back at the head of the fan who threw it at him.
Right?
Well, yesterday they had the center field light was back again. Like, that was a phenomenon for a while, right? You had these guys with the lights that would shine it at athletes, and Vasquez noticed it right away, which was totally bizarre, unless it was the Yankees cheating or something with, like...
Ooh.
Like the
signals
lasers?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, it was like a white light, and then it was red. Very strange.
Probably aliens.
Probably aliens.
I do think maybe arrest the guy. I don't know about 3 to 6 months, but at least arrest him.
Yeah, but even then, though, there's that, and Curtis actually makes another good point.
I love you, Wicks.
Put the person's. It's like on social media, right? Everybody wants to hide behind the keyboard. Put that person's name out there. Put that person, where they live, what they do for a living. You put that out there, and next thing you know, now people are like, "Whoa, that can happen to me," and they're gonna think twice before they throw something.
Good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if people believe that it's out of control and that that's happening more than it ever did before, then each individual league needs to find some way to prevent it. I mean, you go to any sporting event, you have X amount of cops that are there anyway. You have X amount of security that works in the building. I don't know how you're supposed to police.
You have your own security team.
I don't know how you're supposed to. How are you supposed to police 30,000 people? There's going to be 10 idiots at least out of 30,000 people that are going to do something.
It's like Ken said, though, Greg. They're going to stop putting up nets, and courtside they'll probably put see-through glass around the arena, like around the court, so where fans can't. In order to throw something out on the ice or out on the court, you got to throw it over this giant partition, a giant net at baseball games, how they have going down the first and third base line. They might just have that around the whole stadium.
This is Sam. What's up, Sam?
Hey, how you guys doing? Big fan of the show. I was just trying to say, I did a little looking on Twitter after. I actually watched the game, and I was hoping to see the video, but I don't think there is any footage of it. But just listening to you guys talk about it now, I was looking on Twitter, and I see the video of the fan getting kicked out, and he's clear. I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm not sticking up for the guy, but he's like shaking in his seat. And then I see a tweet about someone who was sitting near him, and I guess between innings, Verdugo was throwing a fan back and forth with a Red Sox fan, and then this kid caught it, the Yankees fan, and he was all happy about catching it apparently, but then. All the Yankee fans were like telling him to throw it back. Obviously, you don't want a Red Sox ball. So I guess when the game started, that's when he threw it back, whether he intentionally threw it at him or whatnot. If you see the footage, the kid's clearly pretty distraught about it. He's hiding his seat, I think. But yeah.
So you're saying that he wasn't, you don't think he was trying to injure him?
I mean, no, I doubt it. The kid, he looks about college age. He doesn't look like he's... I mean, obviously, like I say, you don't see footage of him actually throwing the ball. But, I mean, everyone's like, Wiggy's saying he should go to jail and this and that. And, again, I'm a Red Sox fan, but I wouldn't go that far with it. Even, I don't know, yeah, I'm just...
There's enough free space out there in the outfield that if he really wanted to throw it to an area just to throw the ball back, you could throw the ball back. But when you're throwing it, he threw it at Verdugo intentionally, I believe. I believe they were. I heard that they were yelling at throw it back, but he makes it a point to throw it right at him. I'm not buying that he just he threw it back and accidentally hit Verdugo. It's not happening. I've seen a guy from the damn Green Monster throw the ball from the top of the Green Monster to second base. There's plenty of open space.
Right.
And if that rule was in place 3 months for throwing anything on the field, would the kid have done it? Or like would fans have been encouraging to do it? If it's established and it's in place, he probably never throws in the first place.
But I really believe that people who either streak or throw something on the field are so pie-eyed, they're not cognizant of the ramifications of their actions.
Yeah, I'm sure he was shaking in his seat after. He was like, oh, shoot, what did I just do? How am I going to get out of this one?
Well, that's because Verdugo turned around and he went ham, and now he's like, uh-oh. Maybe I should have reevaluated.
Greg, I have a way to prevent this. Yes. Perfect for me. I'm sure the Red Sox and Yankees would do it. Don't sell alcohol at the games.
Oh. Yeah, I could see that happening.
If you want to get rid of this, you get rid of it that way.
Well, I don't know that this. I don't know that this was caused because of alcohol.
I don't know.
You think? Why? Do you think did you see footage of him where he looks hammered? Or?
I know nothing about him or anything about the situation, but I would bet everything I own.
I just don't people are at an event and you're obviously you're passionate about your team. I don't know that the intent is there. Like if you're committing assault and you're going to be brought into court and charged with assault and battery, there also has to be the intent to injure somebody.
Well, the way Sam was
I don't know that the guy was trying to hurt Alex Verdugo.
The way Sam was making it sound was there was a lot of peer pressure. So it sounded like the kid was trying to show off in front of his friends, but I also agree it's a baseball field. Like there are plenty of ways to get rid of that ball, to not take a Red Sox ball without throwing it directly at Alex Verdugo.
But the society that we live in nowadays, it's not about peer pressure. It's that there are people out there. You talked about it with the audition that we have. There are just people that feel like I can say whatever I want to say, do whatever I want to do. They're just so reckless in the way that they talk to people or how they treat people. You know, you said you had all types of crazy stuff in your DM.
I had a guy call Nesson. Call Nesson, left a voicemail.
What did he say?
Asking, I want to know if Courtney's leaving, on and on. So
wrong?
I got it.
What
if
is
there's
wrong
That
with
was
these people?
Bobes. Greg put him up for that.
No, I know exactly who it was too. He comments on all my stuff.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Wesley, I'm sure you're listening.
Oh.
What? So he was pissed that you hadn't left yet?
No,
And
he was. I don't know. He goes back and forth. I don't know if he likes me or if he doesn't like me. He just
Doesn't like
wanted
you now.
information.
Oh, Coco, one thing I know, he hates himself. So
Listen, just look at the text line. It's like, I mean, that's the way it is with everything around
It's
here.
never going to be unanimous.
It's the first text is 100% Courtney, the absolute right choice. I love her so far this morning. She's great. Courtney's horrendous. Get her out of there. Why'd you pick her? I mean, that's what
Right.
you.
Yeah,
that's what-
no.
But that's fine, though, right? That's
Right,
just the nature of the
yes.
beast. When people, though, the problem is, like the guy who threw the baseball, people start crossing the lines, and then they'll start saying stuff reckless about Courtney that you go, wait a second, is that really called for? Like, just because you don't, it's not that you even don't like her because you don't know her. So how do you not like somebody if you don't know him? Maybe you just don't. You're not a fan of her.
I mean, you mean if Courtney's like out with her friends at Lolita
And someone pours a drink on my head.
Somebody pours, but that's
Please don't do that.
But
Honestly,
that's what you have Santo for. He will protect you, right?
And
yes, it's Santo.
Santo.
And you
to
can
the
cash
rescue.
the over.
Yeah.
We have hit
Santo
9.
will take off his Gucci loafer and beat them about the head with it.
Yeah, well, I would hope.
His sweater off like it's tied. No,
He'll choke them with some
Yeah.
kind of a cardigan or
but
something.
does he leave it on because it's like a cape?
he had it on for that photo and that photo only.
But what I'm saying, if somebody does pour a drink, so does he leave it on like a superhero has a
He
cape?
could. He could. He's my superhero, so that's great.
It's a Santo.
And I don't know if it's Gucci. I feel like he's a
They're
Ferragamo.
Ferragamo, yeah.
Ferragamo guy.
Oh, it's
To be
a
honest,
Ferragamo
yeah.
guy. Oh, excuse me.
Get it right, Greg.
That's-
Your wasted
that's
shirt.
so yesterday, Gucci.
Yes, it's Santo.
Santo.
To the rescue.
Is that all our voice guys doing these days?
The voice guy's really good. Like, really good.
Does he have like different colored sweatshirts that he wears like that for the cape?
No, he wears
It's a
no
sweater,
yeah,
not a
yeah.
sweatshirt.
Oh, sweater.
It's a quarter zip.
Yeah.
Santo.
I hope Cam Newton comes into a game this season with that exact thing on, and Wiggy's gonna be like, "Did you see what Cam Newton was wearing this week? It was sick."
That's
Santo.
I know.
That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know if I can give Cam credit for that one though.
And I bet similar shoes on Cam Newton too.
Now, sweater.
Whose idea was it to take the engagement photos at the lighthouse?
He proposed at the lighthouse.
Oh, he did?
That was not an engagement shoot.
Okay.
That was
Do
him
you
proposing.
love lighthouses or something?
I do now. Till you're gonna ruin them.
Yeah, we're gonna ruin your memory of the
Yeah.
proposal. Jeez.
I didn't even know. I'm like, where's the closest?
None of this is me, Courtney.
I mean,
it's all those three.
It seems
Those
somewhat.
Not one Santo mentioned.
I
For
mean,
me.
it seems predictable. Like when Santo was like, "Hey, let's drive out to the lighthouse,"
'cause
weren't you like,
I
"I
was
know
going-
exactly what's going on
No,
here"?
I thought I was going to Cisco, and I was like, "You guys, we're too far away from Cisco."
Right.
And I have a best friend who is like the best friend in the world.
Yeah.
She's so mean. Like, when you have those friends that you
That are
never want to
mean.
be on their bad side.
Yeah.
She's one of those, and she was like, "I want to go to the lighthouse right now." Blah blah blah.
Oh.
And I was like,
She was a part of the
"Whatever
whole
you
thing.
want, whatever you want."
Did you pick your ring out before?
No.
You did. He did.
He
it?
did it.
He did it. You had
Yeah.
no.
No, my
input in
mom
that?
didn't even help.
No
So is
input
it-
in that whatsoever.
Is that now the special place, the lighthouse?
Yeah, the lighthouse.
We're getting married At another lighthouse.
At another lighthouse.
So every lighthouse across the country.
They love lighthouses. They're obsessed with lighthouses.
Ooh, that one. Wow.
Is that like the first thing when you guys
I love lamp.
get a house together? Is that like the first picture you're gonna have when you walk in?
We already have one.
Oh, is the lighthouse?
Yeah, my friends got it for us.
Were you shocked when you arrived at the lighthouse and there was a photographer there?
No, it was our friend.
Oh,
we were with
your
our
friend took it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
I mean, it's honestly when you look at engagement photos.
Yeah.
Right there on the water, the light. It's beautiful.
It's stunning there.
Fantastic. Beautiful. All right, we got to take a break.
Thank God.
So Courtney can beat us about the head.
No,
during the break.
no.
But we will be right back.
Imagine a deck, a bunch of straight, parallel boards. Sure, they're evenly spaced, but so are prison bars. Break free with TimberTech's line of premium multi-width decking. Mix and match widths, and enjoy technology that produces the best real wood look. Better tech means a better deck, so you can create a look inspired by the latest design trends, instead of, Alcatraz. Chicago, get inspired and start designing your dream deck today at TimberTech.com. Go against the grain.
Now back to the all-new Greg Hill Morning Show with Greg Hill, Jermaine Wiggins, and Courtney Cox on Sports Radio WEEI.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly.
By the way, sincere thanks to today's Dress Greg sponsor, Harbor One Bank. They donated $1,000 to the Greg Hill Foundation so that everyone would wear a Harbor One shirt on Courtney's first day in the studio, and Ken has the Harbor One hat on. So I want to thank Dave and his team over there, big supporters of the foundation. And by the way, I believe that over $14,000 has been donated simply by having me wear some kind of a shirt or something like that over since we started this a couple months ago. So
that's pretty cool.
That's why I was wearing that foolish wasted shirt over the weekend. That's why.
Good cause.
Because Dakota paid for it.
And you've really gotten in shape because of it. You're hitting the Peloton hard.
I am hitting the Peloton
Cody
hard.
Rigsby.
I was all over it on my vacation. I brought it with me. Brought my Peloton with me. This is Lou from Maine. Good morning, Lou.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, I understand you like fine dining.
Yeah.
Breaking news from Old Orchard Beach, Maine. St. Joseph's by the Sea is no more.
What?
Had a fire this morning.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not, my friend.
Is the Swick okay? That's what Wiggy and I are most concerned about. Is the Brunswick okay? That's right down the street.
Yeah, I think the Brunswick is good.
So, wait, you're telling me that Joseph's by the Sea burned down to the ground this morning?
Well, not to the ground, but it has quite a bit of damage.
Yeah,
man.
Was that old fire chief responsible? The guy who started all the fires in Old Orchard Beach, or no? Is it different?
I think he's still in jail.
Okay, good. Yeah.
The barn's on fire.
It's a nice place up there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I like that Old Orchard Beach. The Swick gets 2 thumbs up. A bar on the beach where you can actually go right from your hotel to 10 toes down in the sand.
Are you going to go back there?
Yeah.
Are you coming to Cornhole 2.0?
Yes, that's it. Encore.
Yes.
Encore.
Yeah. So, by the way, we still have, I think, like 20 teams left. We're doing 200 cornhole teams for the second cornhole tournament of the summer at the Encore Casino. It's happening on a Sunday, August 22nd. Are you going, Courtney?
Of course.
Because a texter wanted to know earlier if you need a partner.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need a partner?
I mean,
she has one. Santo!
I wasn't going to say it. I don't want to add to the number, but I will be in attendance for sure.
I bet Santo is a good cornhole player.
For sure.
I would assume.
Tailgate champion.
could tell with the sweater vest. He definitely throwing those things.
Well, he probably takes the sweater off.
No, that's like his cape. I feel like people who wear that.
Calling it his cape. I don't understand.
No, I feel like people who wear like that. Doesn't he wear it everywhere though?
No,
It
he
comes
doesn't
off.
wear it ever. Literally ever.
No, Courtney.
It's a Santo.
The poor guy, like Courtney made him. Courtney made him
Yes,
wear that
and
for
he
the
will-
engagement photo, and now he can't live it down.
That was the 4th of July. He had it like that.
Oh, it was 4th of July.
Yes.
It wasn't the
Yes.
engagement photo. Okay,
That's the ultimate like rich kid frat boy.
I think you should come in with a sweater
I
tomorrow
should.
tied around
Yeah.
your neck.
Yeah.
That and penny loafers.
I'm calling it. There is going to be a Cam Newton weekend.
Okay.
And if you come in and you make one comment about Cam Newton looking great,
Oh, he looked. His drip looks good.
yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. But
I'm a big Cam Newton style girl.
I'm gonna try and see if I could pull it off. I don't know
bet
if I
you
have any
could.
sweaters like that though.
Hey, did you say earlier that you're now way more Bill than Brady?
I said that when I came on the first time, that was one of Wiggy's 5 questions, Bill or Tom. And I said, at this point, you got to be all in on Bill. And I said, all those people that bought all the in Bill we trust and now want to get on him about Brady, it's like, well, where are your T-shirts? Are they in the trash? I bet they're not.
You want to get to what Ninkovich said over the weekend, Curtis?
Yes.
When it comes to Tom Brady.
He attacked Tom Brady. So over the weekend and last week, when the news broke about the MCL tear with Brady, the media nationwide was, praising Tom left and right, and he had enough of it.
To play through an MCL injury isn't crazy. I think every single football player has played through some type of injury, especially an MCL, which is probably the least most important part if it's not like a grade 3 tear. You put a tape job on it, you put your DonJoy brace on, and you go play football. That's what everybody does. So Tom, playing through injury, yes, very tough, but a lot of people play through injuries.
Wow. Shots fired.
Don't a lot of quarterbacks play with ACL tears? Because ACL, it hurts when it happens, and then you're fine after, from what I've been told.
Well, not an ACL tear, though.
No, yeah.
Well, Elway played without an ACL
Wow.
in one of his knees. His whole
Not
career.
to bring him up, Deshaun Watson did it for a national championship game for Clemson, too.
Played with an ACL tear? Wow, I didn't know that.
What is nothing ever going to be said again about
that
Deshaun
fell
Watson?
off. Something has to be said before the season starts.
Yeah, we're a week away.
Adam
from
Schefter.
Well, Schefter said the Eagles are in line to pick him up, that it might come to some kind of conclusion. I mean, he kind of hinted at it. A typical Schefter, he was not going to guarantee it, but he had heard the Eagles are the top possible team to pick him up.
Girlfriend fully back on board on Instagram, posting him too. Yeah.
Ooh.
By the way,
like not being invited to events and things for a month or so. Yes, Curtis.
Are we just gonna go right past the fact that Ninkovich was popped for 4 games and he's ripping how Brady's rehabbing an injury?
See, this is our whole show Saturday. Curtis was just shaming Ninkovich for 4 hours Saturday.
How's it
attacking
shaming?
the man?
That's a fact.
Well, let's not talk about him. Let's talk about his opinion on Brady.
Well, I think
and
his
the
opinion
MCL.
is shaped by the fact that he got back quickly because he cheated.
Oh, but it's like a predictable thing. Like season ends, and then Tom's like, "Well, didn't want to say anything during the season, but my kneecap was ripped off mid-season. Played through it."
I'm actually shocked, though.
I always remember you ripping him for that when he was here.
I'm actually shocked because we had this whole argument. You never really hear any of Tom's former teammates not ripping the guy, but all right, let's bring him down to earth. And good job by Nico to say, hey, listen, there are a lot of guys that played with MCL injuries, and you just tape it up and you go out there and you play.
Well, do you agree with him, Wiggy? I mean, MCL, you ever heard that?
I heard mine. I played through one.
This is Jim from Ashland. What's up, Jim?
A couple of things. That guy that threw the ball at the outfielder, put him on the slam for one night.
Put him in jail for one night?
Behind,
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, give him a taste of what it's like back there,
Well, listen, I did some jail time in Clinton. I think it's well justified, senior year in high school. And completely scared me straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
A night on Rikers Island. I'm with that one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I was there I was there for 2 to 3 hours before I was bailed out by my cousin. Who scared me straight. Yes, what, Jim?
Cured you for life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Courtney, you cheered at BC?
I sure did.
Did
D1 athlete.
you do like the stunts and stuff?
Yes.
Were you like the flyer and somebody had to catch you and stuff?
Well, they did.
That's how she met Santo. He was the guy who caught her.
Is that right?
No, that is not right. But BC.
Santo.
BC during
He's the
my.
base.
No, guys, Jim asked me a question.
Okay, sorry.
BC in my day was co-ed. So, yes, I had a male that I was a partner with.
Santo.
Did you ever worry about it, showing up for practice hungover or
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Well, no, I mean Saturday morning BC football games. Yeah.
Did you get a scholarship for that?
No, you got a book scholarship your senior year, but I retired my junior year.
Oh, you did?
Do you ever practice at home with Santo? Like, hey, I want to go back to some of my college cheerleading days.
No.
Can you hold me up? What's that? That's called the bass, right?
Yeah, that is.
Greg loves Ace of Base.
You gotta have strong. You got a strong wrist to do that because I see them hold them up. They gotta have good wrists.
Yes, always.
True. Yes. All right. Anyway, I don't know how do we get to this point at this moment?
We should have kept going with Jim. He was so gullible. He believed everything.
I liked Jim.
You like Jim? This is Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hey, how we doing, boys?
What's up, Brian?
Dude, so I just want to know real quick. So I know that the Patriots preseason is coming up. I know the games are all back on. Gillette Stadium is going to be more electric than ever. Kind of want to know, are you guys going to do any events down there this year? Are you guys going to be down there? What's the word with that? Because I'm waiting to hear it, Greg. I'm trying to buy some tickets, my guy. Let me know.
I'm not sure. I know I do the football show on Sundays, and we used to do it from Gillette, but I don't know if we're still doing that.
Yes, that's still in the works.
Oh,
That'll still be happening?
From the shed on right across from
man,
Gillette.
I was hoping we did it from like one of them sports bars where we could have fun.
Oh, we should do like a Patriots tailgate thing. We should do something big.
Yeah, tailgate would be really fun.
Right.
Oh, really fun. I love tailgates.
I agree. Why are you shaming Courtney?
We should do
We could play cornhole at the tailgate. Would that get you more on board?
yes, I'm on board. I'm on board.
All right.
No, what we should do is we should do a watch party for week 4 is what we should do somewhere.
That'd be pretty
like
cool.
a huge one though.
Can we do banners?
We could probably
they have
do
that giant
banners,
TV.
or we could do it outside somewhere also.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I could give out 8x10s.
Do you get former player tickets for games?
Yeah, I do.
Will you? Could you
doesn't get any tickets?
No,
I do get tickets.
Max Lane gets more tickets than Wiggy does.
Oh, jeez.
You can if you want, right?
Yeah.
So you could go to the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah, I go to any game if I want.
No, you can't go to the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah, I go to the Tampa Bay.
They're not going to give you tickets.
No,
to
I
that.
get
Matt Light goes to every game, and he's the turnstile up front.
Jeez. No, they have a section where they do a good job for the Patriots alumni. So, yeah, you can go to every game.
See?
Problem is, it's just, it's hard to make. I live far away from Gillette, so. But I got to go there to do the Sunday show, and maybe they'll.
You're already there.
I know now that, I know now that I'm there. But now, hopefully, if we do the Sunday show from a sports bar, we could do some good stuff, and then boom, I could go right across the street to the game.
Max Lane has the best gig going. He goes to the games. He works for the NFL.
Yeah, he's a uniform guy.
Yeah, so if he sees anybody that has something on their uniform that they shouldn't have, like some side endorsement thing, some side hustle, he writes them up for a fine.
Wait, so Maskless Lane, who
Yeah.
was up in the Brunswick during the height of the pandemic without a mask on, is the guy in charge of uniforms?
Uniform
at the NFL?
Yeah, he's the uniform police.
Oh, they all hate him, don't they?
Yeah, we don't like. It used to be when I played. It was Merton Hanks. Remember, he played for the San Francisco 49ers. He used to wear the headband around his thing, is then unstrapped, and I'm like, dude, you're tripping about me and how you used to dress. Yeah, they don't like the uniform guy.
Well, he got fined. He had "I do love turkey legs" written on his socks.
Oh, $5,000 I got fined one time for my socks.
Really? What was on them?
Nothing. It wasn't enough color.
Why is there a harbor seal walking around the office?
Oh, that's our new CEO.
Come again?
Well, apparently they didn't order through EasyCater for the board meeting, and when the food didn't arrive, they kind of lost focus. Next thing you know?
We have a seal as our CEO. Did I say something wrong?
No, she just wants a mackerel. Here you go.
Bad ideas happen when there's no food for the meeting. So make sure it's on time and as ordered from more than 80,000 restaurants. How? EasyCater.
Thank you. I just got promoted.
Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
The ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz are some of the most iconic objects in Hollywood history. And in the summer of 2005, a pair was stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in the small town of Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
All she said was, "They're gone. They're gone."
Welcome to No Place Like Home, a documentary podcast series that investigates the mysterious heist of the ruby slippers. Please listen and follow No Place Like Home, a presentation of C13 Originals, a Cadence 13 studio, available now on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts.